Hey, ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-da-da-da. Hey, welcome to Stump the Idiot. I am the huge one, aka the idiot, Dave Coco from KocoSports.com or KocoSports.net. It's the same place. It takes you and it's where the world comes to kick ass, your home for combat sports. You know the whole deal. You've heard of WWE Week. You've heard of Hanukkah. Well, on this channel, it is Andy Paps Week, the last day of Andy Paps Week. And his question is, should Impact Wrestling do another show in Japan with Pro Wrestling Noah? I was ringside for TNA Bound for Glory. Those were better days, I assure you, in my life. And it was a good time. And not only that, but like it sold out. Everyone enjoyed themselves. It was a great show. The thing is, as a fan, I loved it because it was crazy cheap. But as a business, TNA, you could probably, or Impact or Global Force, whatever the fuck you call yourself these days, you could charge a lot more in Japan. Japan pro wrestling events are very expensive, even the independents. Like, I support a couple of my independent wrestling friends, and it's just like, bro, you want me to buy how much for a ticket for an indie event? Yeah, an average indie event goes from 50 to $100. And yeah, New Japan. But the only thing is, New Japan's about the same price, so it really makes it hard for the indies. But there's so much wrestling, and there's such a big population in Tokyo that loves wrestling that you could sell out. But I just remember everyone talking about Bound for Glory, how cheap it was. And the walk up crowd was so big. I talked about how, like, when we went for Bound for Glory, it looked like no one was coming and it looked like a huge failure. And out of nowhere, just a sellout walked up. Standing room only. The place was packed, and I would think they should come back. Yeah, come back with Pro Wrestling Noah. And not only that, but it would be a shot in the arm that Pro Wrestling Noah needs. It would be a shot in the arm that Global Force needs. So yeah, I think without a doubt, TNA should come back to Japan. I mean, I wouldn't make it a Japan-based company, but come back. You know what? I would come back once a year. I'd make Bound for Glory an exclusive Japan pay-per-view, and just come once a year. And not only that, but then for TNA fans, that once a year event means something special, and for Japanese fans, that once a year event is something special. So yeah, I think it would be huge. Now, here's the thing: the only complaint, well, there's a couple complaints, but the only complaint that everyone had is your champion has to show up. Um, During Bound for Glory, Bobby Lashley and Bobby Roode switched titles, but it wasn't televised yet, and that means that no Bobby showed up. And I remember people wanted EC3 to be champion. They're like, "You're the real champ. You're here." I think that was the biggest complaint, is that there wasn't a championship match. So hopefully they can fix that. But yeah, I think it's simple. I think Japan is probably the second or third biggest. I'd say second. No disrespect to Mexico, the second biggest country in the world as far as wrestling goes. England is really improving, Canada and America and Mexico, but Japan is effing huge. And yeah, TNA should do it. And yeah, if you can get, I don't know, they got to do something to improve. But I could just tell you, me and my friends had a great time at TNA Bound for Glory. It was a lot of fun. As a fan, it was crazy cheap. So as a businessman, you're like, yeah, I might want to charge more tickets. But yeah, so yeah, I think it should come to Japan, and I think TNA maybe I would hit up Canada, England. I would. I know it's expensive to travel, but those are the countries that sell out. I would go maybe 4 pay-per-views a year or five. Definitely not more than six. But hit Orlando once. Hit, Tennessee once, just out of tradition. Hit Tokyo. Hit some places in Canada. Maybe two places in Canada because, Canada's, to me, in my opinion, Canada's more pro TNA than that. And England, hit England and just try to expand and go where you're popular. All right. If you want to hit me up with Stump the Idiot, I'm trying to rebuild this channel little by little. Hit me up on Twitter at KocoSports, and we'll try to hit up as many questions as we can. Andy Paps, thanks for getting this going with Andy Paps Week and your 5 questions. Much love, brother. Check out KocoSports.net and this channel. We're hoping to both of them make a comeback in 2018. Buy my book, Operation Freak Show. Link down in the doobly-doo. And if you want to watch me curse and play NHL poorly, well, we got the channel for you, Coco Plays. With that, I am over. Bum, 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 bum.